you guys, I'm letting people come in here. Come in, come in. Give me like 2 minutes to just let people roll in. I am going live impromptu. Are you guys ready? I am here. Okay, ooh, my chair. I know that I am live. Impromptu. The last few times that I've been live have been like kind of last minute, or I guess just spur of the moment. I don't want to say last minute, but have been, hi you guys, see, have been spur of the moment. But yeah, like usually when I go live anyway, people need a few minutes to like get here. So that's why I started and let you guys know, like, let me like just let y'all come through. Okay, how are you? Hi Nita, I'm doing good. I'm feeling really good. I mean, it's a blessing. I know that because I've been talking to you guys a lot on Instagram, and I have told you guys, sorry, that like I feel better and stuff like that, like with my energy, because I was talking about it. Hey, hi, hey Dion, I have a hair, or a piece of lint or something, but hello Fredo, hey you. Yes, it's gonna be a great stream. It's good to see you guys. Thank you to everyone who has made it here. Again, kind of like, again, impromptu last minute for you guys. Impromptu for me, last minute for y'all, because I think like an hour or something ago, I was like, I'm going live at 1. But most people should be home because of the storm, the winter storm. So I think it's a good time. Plus, it's the weekend and it's like super cold. Like, how could you have fun right now? Unless, you know what I mean? I don't know what y'all are doing, but people need entertainment. People need something to watch. So I was like, I have some opinions and I have energy and I feel like going live. But yeah, I was telling you guys that. Like, remember like last summer, I was like, I feel so drained and tired. And I'm feeling a lot better and it's been really great for like content. I mean, I was still working through being exhausted, but or feeling really sluggish, but now I have like energy and I feel better and it affects how I approach content and I'm just happy to be in a better space. That being said, comment below. Even if you're replay gang, I always put stuff up at replay. Comment below how you found me. Did you find me on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube? I've been posting a lot on Instagram, and so I've been able to grow. We have officially hit 10K. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. And thank you to Meta and Instagram because I still have my page and I feel like they have a good algorithm and things have been going well on their algorithm as far as content. So I like the platform and I think it's been a good place for me to grow my audience. And things are still growing over on TikTok, but you guys know TikTok is just too censored. And YouTube is too, which is why we don't have a big following over here. So Instagram is like that happy medium, and I'm just grateful for that. But that being said, because I've realized like after doing this for so long and or for a certain amount of time, I've realized like which platform is best for me to be on, and I feel like Instagram is like a good platform. I know that some people say Instagram is dead. It just depends on the kind of content you're looking for, and I feel like for gossip and blogging content, Instagram is still alive and well. And go to my website, popcultureconspiracy.com. I have additional decodes on there, new decodes on there. I've been really working this year, just because I am in like a really good space and it's been a good time to work. So thank you guys again for showing up, and let's have a great show. Speaking of the storm, are you guys safe and okay? Did you prep? Like, what city are you in? Are you up north? Just like tell me how the storm is for you. And like, what did you buy to prepare? Just like all that. Give me the tea. I am going to be cooking after this live because, yes, like I am not going out in the streets today. It's not like super icy. I'm in Texas. It's not super icy right now, but it is cold. It rained last night. I mean, that's all I could really say. It's nothing too crazy. It's just cold. Hey, what's up, my set? My hair is greasy right now. It looks decent on camera, but in person it's super greasy. Or I wouldn't say super, but it's greasy. It's about time to be washed. But probably tomorrow or Monday, honestly. Because I'm waiting on like a new iron to get here. Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. That's why I was giving you guys a little intro. Like, I'm feeling good, doing good. You know. Thank you that you say I'm looking good. But yeah, God has been good and it shows. I hope you guys are okay, warm and fed during the storm. Okay. Um, I live in Texas. I did not go to HEB because I went to another grocery store. I didn't go to HEB because I was like, ew, it's going to be so chaotic and packed. And I've seen videos online. I'm like, I'm not going to be in the grocery store wailing and like, with rude bitches. Girl, I stocked the toiletries and canned goods. I live in Poughkeepsie, New York. Girl, it's legit 4 degrees. I don't know what the weather is here. Is it gonna tell me? I don't know. If it will, I don't know where. Because I do have like, whatever. It's cold. That's the only thing I can tell you. Okay, let's start off with Shaniece Hairston. Shaniece, the game, Evelyn. Oh my gosh. So let me take you guys to Instagram because, again, hi you guys. I'm gonna go to Instagram and I'm going to talk about the photo that I posted of Shaniece with her mom and Tiffany at her mom's baby shower. Okay, so this is a photo. Let me can I turn this? I can't. Okay, this is a photo of Shaniece. That is Shawnee O'Neal. That is Evelyn, pregnant with Carl's baby. And that is Tiffany, I believe, the game's ex-fiance. Now, when it was found out that Shaniece, has been like seeing the game or like smashing the game, people thought of this photo and they said, wait, weren't y'all all like friends? Like, you're screwing like your mom's friend's boyfriend or fiance? People felt like that was a weird dynamic. It is a weird dynamic, but now she's like pregnant by this guy. And this podcast is just giving humiliation ritual. I think it was a humiliation ritual. I just feel like, sometimes stuff can just be like so like out there. It's just like there's got to be more to this. I mean, nobody gave a fuck about Shaniece or the game. Nobody was talking about them, worrying about them, thinking about them. I mean, people didn't care. And everybody's got a podcast nowadays, and I just feel like they knew it would go viral, and so they put it on a podcast. Now they knew it would embarrass Shaniece. I mean, what we heard was extremely crazy and embarrassing, but I believe that that was the point. Now my mother believes that this photo indicates that maybe these people are in like a fertility cult, or just something like that. Because you know, there is a photo of Kanye with Kim Kardashian and Alexis Pfeiffer. Let me go. It was at the VMAs, I believe. Yes. So I'm going to show you guys this photo. Right. And so do you see how like now, like Kim and Kanye have like kids together and like they ended up moving on and getting married. And so this photo with Shaniece and Tiffany and her mother and stuff like that, I guess it kind of gives like a similar vibe. I don't know. From my understanding, I don't think, let me see. Tiffany Cambridge, I don't think they had kids together, but they were like together for a long time. Okay, they say Tiffany, no, they do. Tiffany Cambridge and rapper The Game share 2 children. Okay, so screwing your mom's friend's boyfriend is wrong. And even if they broke up, it's just weird, and it's like, it's just wrong. You know what I mean? Morally, it's wrong. And my mom's case was, if that was going on and Shaniece got pregnant, that Evelyn would have been like, you need to go to the chop shop. Like, you know, we're not gonna fucking keep it. But because this is Hollywood and Shaniece might be trying to like, excuse me, my wire. Shaniece may be trying to like level up. I have a wire across my, or too close to my lap. Because Shaniece may be trying to level up, this may like, they may all be in on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I'm open to all theories because this is Hollywood. And because it's like, why out of all men, him? And that's what everyone's been saying. Everyone's been saying, like, out of all the guys that you can get with, like, why this guy? Some women are like that, where they just like to like lay up behind other women because they really have like a weird obsession with that woman. I don't know if I feel that way. I feel like the issue that I'm having is that this is online and that this is for public consumption. And I do feel like Shaniece has a motive. Shaniece and Evelyn. I do believe that, again, Evelyn, like many of you are saying on the internet, did groom or like coach her daughter into like being with a certain kind of guy or going after a certain type of guy. I definitely believe that. And she's not wrong for wanting her daughter to like go for more. But I just think if you're going for more, why the game? And that's what many of you are saying. Many of you are in my comments or on other people's comments saying, like, why this guy? If you were trying to get a bag, or if you were trying to like just do anything, have a serious relationship or get a bag, he's not good for either. You know what I'm saying? Like, or neither. He's not good for like neither of those options. Like, he's not marriage material and he don't got no money neither. So what are you doing? And that's why I do believe like there's more to this. I definitely just believe that that interview was a humiliation ritual and that they knew what they were doing. And like, we'll see if Shaniece continues to get more press, or get more opportunities in the future. But it just did give like humiliation by or humiliation by design or humiliation intentionally. Somebody commented on I think TikTok, and they said that they believe that Shaniece is a highly functioning autistic person. Like, I kind of believe that too. Like, again, she's not the brightest. And she has a nastiness to her though. And I've talked about this because like some people just have like particular personalities. Like some people are just like they're bitches. Some people are just boring or flat. And it's like Shaniece is very flat, very boring. But she also has this chip on her shoulder or like this arrogance. I don't know where it comes from. I was telling my mom, I was like, I think it's probably because my mom and I were talking about this stuff before we went live, but I was saying I think Shaniece may get it from her dad. I don't know. We don't know her dad. You know what I'm saying? He been gone, but she doesn't operate like Evelyn. And people are like noticing that. They're like, if your mother's Evelyn, like this is who you end up with. That's what I'm saying, you guys. I think that there's more strategy behind her um choosing the games to have a child with. I think there's more strategy behind it than you would think. And if you do the gematria on it, them two might, or like the astrology on it, like they might like have some type of like connection like that, or like some kind of 5D shit going on to where like that's why they're together. Like they don't seem, or that's why they had to get together. They don't seem like they'd be connected, but again, like the industry puts people with certain people. Time type is the new, but it's different after. So where do we go from? Okay, I don't know what this person's talking about, but yeah, you guys, I think it's by design. But on the show, right? I want to talk about Shanice's personality. On the show, Live in Lazada, this was Evelyn's like spinoff that she had, like I think in between like Basketball Wives, in between her stint on Basketball Wives. Shanice had a bad attitude a lot of times. Like, and I was telling somebody, I was like, her mindset is very negative. It's very low vibrational. It's not always just like, I guess, pessimistic when I say negative, but I mean like it's just always like in just like a low energy space in general. It's like all of the emotions and thoughts surrounding her are just low vibrational in nature. That's how she that's how she presented. Like she did not present as like motivated, happy-go-lucky, driven, smart, sharp, just again like she didn't again, even like fun and ditzy, she presented as like slow, arrogant bitch. Like somebody who you're like, how do you have so much ego for someone that hasn't achieved anything? You know what I'm saying? Or someone that doesn't have much to offer. Like you, again, I think Shaniece went and graduated college, but it's like what the fuck have you done since you've done that? You don't even seem like you work a regular 9 to 5, and there's no shame in it because again, you move in particular circles where you could get a 6-figure job and like a good paying fun job. Like that's what I'm saying. That's my problem with Shaniece, because it's like Shaniece has everything working for her. Shaniece could easily be like a sports commentator or like a sports journalist, or again a beauty influencer, beauty blogger. I mean, again, like people keep saying like she's a pretty girl, so she could just be doing like she could have like a real hustle, but she doesn't have drive. And I saw that from her when she was showing up to on Live on Lazada. She was showing up to modeling photo shoots like hungover and like not ready to go. And I was like, you're just ungrateful and you just have an immaturity about you. I'm telling you, Shanice's not very likable. And I knew, like, the way she kind of treats Evelyn sometimes too is like weird, because I feel like Evelyn's encouraging. They have mothers like who are not encouraging, and like who do like wish bad on their kids, or like who do try to hold them back and like speak negatively over them, or like who do like downplay their kids. But Evelyn is like the mom that's like rooting for you, and Shaniece doesn't root for herself, so that's why she can't receive anything Evelyn was ever trying to tell her, because like y'all keep saying like she's just a low, she has low self-esteem, and a lot of it is just again she's just a low vibrational being. She vibrates at a very low frequency, and that is showing in her life. Whether this is legit or not, whether this is some Illuminati bullshit with her in the game or not, it's low vibrational. And that's why, you know, so your life is a reflection of you, and like that's why like this is all happening. Because even if she didn't get with the game, Shaniece was never going to get with like a good nice guy, because she's not a good nice woman, you know what I mean? She was always going to be with a fucking asshole. I could promise you that. She was always going to be with a man that treated her bad and that was a jerk, because she vibrates at that fucking frequency. I can promise you that. Okay, who else do we want to get into? Well, let's just see if their careers go up after this damn baby, because it's like, what do you have a kid for? People are saying that Ashley Benson, do y'all remember her from Pretty Little Liars? People are saying that she was like trying to reach out to some girls um to try to like recruit them into Smex work, maybe OnlyFans, or I guess maybe yachting, blah blah blah. I don't know about all that. Where are my moderators? Like, I don't know where y'all are. Anywho, um, she like DM'd some girl. From the screenshots that we saw, I can't say that she was reaching out to the girl to like recruit her into African or Smex work or anything like that. But people do believe that she might be tied in with like some dirty people. I mean, her husband is a billionaire. He's born into money. She used to date Cara Delevingne. Her husband used to date Paris Hilton. So they're just, I guess, mixed in with some shady people. And people feel like, I guess maybe Ashley Benson may either be like hiring women to mess with her and her husband, or like to screw him to keep him happy, or she might be getting a cut from putting these girls on with like pimps. This is all alleged, but this came across my desk. So Ashley Benson, married to a billionaire, in white folks news. Let's just see if any more tea comes out. It's developing. The last two stories have been developing. Okay. I wanted to say something about before we get into more celebrity stuff. Depopulation, Handmaid's Tale. So this kind of goes into the predictions that I had made at the top of the year. I made a series of predictions, and with depopulation and Handmaid's Tale, I say that because when Handmaids, not Handmaiden, the Handmaid's Tale. Okay, sorry, that damn wire. When I was on TikTok, now I will still, every now and again, I'll still like scroll TikTok, see, that's that oily hair. I will sometimes still scroll TikTok. I post on there every now and again. Like, again, if I do a short, like I might post on more than likely I post on TikTok, not every single time, but more than likely I do. But I have, just kind of like seeing what's going on the internet the last couple of days. And again, TikTok is its own algorithm, its own world. I have come across a lot of creators, mainly Funky Daniva, whose video is going viral. And I don't think it's just a TikTok thing, but it's loud over on TikTok. I want to say the conversation on TikTok is loud. But because there was even a conversation about this on Twitter with young baby Tate, when she was like, I'm tired of like anti-kid rhetoric. And that sparked a conversation about, again, people being child free and loving having no children, and people who have kids always trying to convince people who don't have kids to have them because they're miserable. This has been the conversation on the internet, and that was what on Twitter particularly. But young baby Tate, again, she just had a kid. I definitely think it might be some industry shit. I've seen her with the blonde hair too. But somebody responded to her a tweet that she had made, years ago, where she was like, fuck them kids. So all that being said, I know that there are people in the industry who are having children for, their own personal career aspirational reasons, whatever. I know that there are people in everyday life who are still having children, but a lot of people are deciding to not have children. And a lot of people are on the internet, again, talking about how there's no benefits to having children, and that children like damn near ruin your whole fucking life. Your time isn't yours anymore. And a lot of people just don't want to, like, they don't see the gain in having kids at all. They don't see like the sacrifice. They don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, basically. Even if they do have a good relationship with their kids, they just feel like, what's the point? And they feel like they don't give a fuck about having someone to take care of them when they get old, because they feel like that's not, you can't be putting yourself as a responsibility on somebody else. I get that. I get all the arguments. I just feel like we live in a time, I'm not surprised to see this. We live in a time of hyper individuality and narcissism, like hyper narcissism. We're also living in a time of late stage capitalism. So you do need a shit ton of money. Like, most people don't have kids, or not having them because they can't afford them. So if you can't even buy a house, you shouldn't be having a kid. You need a house for the kid. You need a good neighborhood, good school district for the kid. The kid needs clothes, food, you know what I mean? Like, kids are a lot, and just they're so expensive, and then they're energetically and emotionally taxing. So a lot of people just don't want to do it. And I just think that over the next coming years, again, we will see The Handmaid's Tale come to life. Um, Children will, unfortunately, because they will become more scarce and more rare, they will go up in price on the black market. We might see a rise in kidnappings and just stuff like that. I mean, because we'll have less people, and that will definitely affect the labor market, and it'll affect the economy and everything. The climate, like, people are over fucking having children, and I just see the depopulation agenda happening, and it's gonna get harder to conceive. It's already becoming hard to conceive. Men don't have as much sperm. They have lower quality sperm. A lot of them do. Women are all getting PCOS. Like, people are not even healthy enough to fucking have kids nowadays. They're not even healthy enough to conceive. All the men fucking other men. So, and I know it's not all y'all, but it's a lot, of like all this DL and undercover shit, women on women, orgies, freak offs. It's just a lot. It's not a really good time to just be having kids, and damn sure not just with any old body. So I think we're gonna definitely see like some real repercussions from like The Handmaid's Tale, or repercussions from people not wanting to have kids, and it'll kind of look like The Handmaid's Tale coming to life in the next like 5 to 10 years, because it'll really start to show then, like, again, like schools closing, classrooms getting smaller, you know, just people, you will start to notice like just less people. You will like just look around you. The best way to know about life is to look around and see people watch. Like, I'm noticing the population like getting older, and there's less young people rolling around this bitch. You know what I mean? People in the workforce. I'm seeing less interns, less people going to college. Like, we're gonna less people going to school anywhere. We're gonna see, again, definitely that. I've been telling you guys about the school system. Less and less people. College enrollment is going to sharply drop in the next 3 years. Not even 5. Definitely in 5. And we'll see what kind of propaganda they pull in the next decade. But I know in the next 3 years, college enrollment is going to sharply decline. And a lot of schools are going to be going through it financially. And I believe that it'll start to come out about how many colleges were in like a shit ton of debt too. Because it's coming out with Saks. But I think we're going to see that with colleges too. And again, they will need to make college popular again if they want to stay alive, because through, trying to, oh, the economy's better, like, come back to college, the few kids that are alive. Imagine giving birth to a baby and it's not even yours. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, I just want to talk about that. Depopulation, I see it on the rise because there's just so many people online, like, I don't want kids. There's no benefits to having kids, just, and I get it from the people who have kids. I feel like if you love not having children, then why do you go out of your way to tell the whole internet how much you just love not having kids? Like, I don't have children, and y'all don't get that kind of content from me. Like, y'all don't. Like, I don't talk about shit like that because I think children are a blessing. But if you're not prepared, it can feel like a curse, but it's an innocent person. Like it's a baby, you know, who, especially if your child is like healthy and shit, like it's a blessing to be able to make a child. But I don't see the hype and like getting online and being like, I fucking hate kids and I don't want to have kids or fuck having children. It's like, if you're not having kids, then just not have kids. Like if you don't want to, like why do we all have to know? And I think that that's just some bot shit. Like you know how people will be on the internet and like their tweets like make it into like their conversation makes it into the top of the algorithm because they're being pushed by, you know, people in the background. There's just something more to it though. That's just, I'm seeing that conversation too much online to the point I'm like, something about to happen with our population. Okay, Mary J. Blige, have you guys gone to see her on tour? I think I asked you guys about Doja Cat too before. Have y'all gone to see Doja Cat? How was the show? Did you go see Drake in Europe? How was the show? And did you go see Usher in Vegas? How was the show? Did you go see Mary J. Blige or are you going to go see her? Are you going to see Cardi in February? Tell me about your concert experiences. Who did I see last? I think I saw Nikki. Yes, last. She's the last person I saw because I didn't go to Cowboy Carter. And I didn't go to see Drake. I don't. I wanted to kind of see him, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know. We just Drake. Sometimes I'd be like, I feel like I've already missed his best days to see him perform. I'm trying to catch Beyonce before her time is up. But yeah, Mary J. Blige talking about so she tired. You look, I think she is extremely tired. I think she's just so fed up that she's let that shit like slip. Talking about, oh, I'm so tired. We can tell you're performing like you're tired. She's on stage sloppy, but bad stage presence, you know. And I love Mary. Like she'll come out dressed good, for sure. But hey, what's up? She'll come out dressed good, but Mary has been looking exhausted. And it just gives the sign of someone that's been pimped and that's being pimped. I think Diddy's mother owns everybody's stuff. I think she owns everyone's masters or publishing or something like that. She has a lot of control. Like most of the stuff that people think Diddy is in control of, Shaniece is in control of. Shaniece is about that bag. So I don't know where Diddy is. And I don't know if all this has any truth to it. But because I know that this is ritual. But if there is any truth to all this stuff that's happening with Diddy, with lawsuits left and right and money and blah, 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 Shaniece is gonna call who she wants to call and say, I need some money because my blonde wigs and my furs, you know, are gonna stay here and I need to buy more. So you need to go to work. I need some money. My son needs some money. The legal fees are racking up. I need you to go to work. If they own your masters and they own you, you have to go to work. So I think Mary is just being pimped. How long were you like, hey, what's up, Linda? I've been here for 30 minutes. I've been talking for like, well, I started talking about topics like 8 minutes in. So I'm gonna say like 20 something minutes of like content. But it's okay because you know I have this up for the replay. Pimpin' ain't easy. It's not. I think Mary is clearly the way she's going on tour, it's not because she wants to. It's not because like she's thrilled. I think she's like, oh, I have to be here. Someone's like making me do this. That's how, and maybe like her money because it's so tight, you know, that she had to do a tour. But I'm just like, again, there's other ways to make money. Like Mary, again, we've been asking her for a boot line. She could also make money selling blonde wigs. She could do an endorsement or brand ambassadorship, something like that. Like, and you know, Mary can get deals. But the fact that no, they don't want her doing any of that. They want her, she could get some acting gigs, but no, they're like, you're gonna go on tour. The fact that she's on tour, it just gives that, again, somebody told her that. And if it was anybody who told her that, it was fucking Shaniece. And if Shaniece didn't directly tell her, Shaniece made some phone calls and was like, I need one of these artists who got a good catalog to go. Craig Mack did, Biggie did, Mace was never even able to have that big of a catalog under Bad Boy. Um, Thank you, Dion, because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I brush my teeth and I floss. That was like a weird comment. MJB, she is good as an actress. Yeah, I like Mary J. Blige for real. I like her music and everything, but I just feel like the way that she's behaving on tour, like Beyonce, you could tell Beyonce goes on tour because she's like, again, I got music out, I need some money, like I'm going. But Mary, she comes like, okay, I'm about to go make this money. But Mary goes like, I'm so tired. You could tell she's a whole pimp, and there's a pimp. That's what I'm saying. Like you could tell that she's walking a whole stroll for somebody else who's telling her you will go on tour. You will do the tour. And I think that person is Shaniece. And I think Mary again got picked because who from Bad Boy is really thriving? Like, what is French Montana doing? Most of the Bad Boy artists are dead, right? I think his mama making her do it because his mother is in charge of the paperwork. Her name is on the deeds of everything. So I think it's her because she controls the money and the music and stuff like that. Like Diddy got money. I'm not saying he don't have stuff. I'm not saying that. I know Diddy is a shot caller, but what I'm saying is when you need to go get something cleared over at Bad Boy, Janice is the one that has to sign off on that because a lot of that shit is in her name. So I think out of all the Bad Boy artists, again, total, I don't know. I think a lot of these people, they don't really maybe have the catalog. Now they could have had them all go on like a joint tour, but for whatever reason, Mary ass is out there working. And it is what it is. I think Janice is behind that though. But she talking about some she tired is like, Mary, do better, babe. Like tighten up. Let's talk about the Beckhams. Do you guys care? In white folks news, let me go to IG because I did do a post on this too. So, um, this girl that Brooklyn is married to, her name is Nicola Peltz. I definitely believe the rumors about her. There's been a lot of rumors that she's very violent. She's a bitch. She's got a terrible personality. Like her reputation is not good. Just that she's been trying to be famous for a really long time, and that maybe she married him because he was like her ticket into just like more famous circles because she's got money. She's a billionaire's daughter. She's got way more money than the Beckhams, but I think that there's some truth to that she did want to marry anyone with some proximity of fame. We're talking about Brooklyn Beckham and his family drama real quick. But I think that she was looking for anyone who would be with her from fame, because I don't think there was an issue with her finding a guy with money. Clearly not. She's around a bunch of rich guys all the time. But I think as someone who's been trying to be famous herself, again, she's going to make particular moves that are going to help her on that journey. A lot of people don't even want money. A lot of people want fame. They want to be famous. And that's where they get fucked up in the game. Is just trying to be famous. And I think Nicole is trying to be famous, and she was like, okay, he's the kid of like two people who got some fame, like I'll marry him. I do think that she's a narcissist. I do think that what Brooklyn is saying about his family is true. I just think that, like I was said in the post, I said that people from narcissistic family dynamics typically find themselves romantically and even in friendships, their relationships tend to be, their personal relationships tend to also have elements of narcissistic relationship dynamics, like or narcissistic abuse. They typically go out and find other abusers and narcissists who hurt them. So yeah, he's saying his mom was dancing inappropriately on him. Oh my God. I don't know about all that. Again, I don't know. I'm not saying that there's no truth to it. I'm just saying I wasn't there and there's no video. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing would surprise me. What I want to talk about is what I know about, which is narcissistic family dynamics. They exist and they're real regardless of race, socioeconomic status, religious background, anything. Like most people, that's the thing, like majority of people are in some form of a narcissistic relationship dynamic. Again, even if it is just their friend group. A lot of friend groups have like weird power dynamics and just it's if you're a healthy, healed person, you probably wouldn't be putting up with all that shit. Thank you, can't. Hello. And definitely in families, like there's a lot of narcissism and abuse that runs in trauma that runs rampant in families. That's why people are talking about generational curses. And I think that that's what's going on here with Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn, again, his father is a very passive man. His mom seems like the more like dominant one in the relationship. I think Brooklyn, that dynamic has been unhealthy. Whatever's going on with his family is unhealthy, and he's frustrated and he's calling it out. Him talking to the public about it. Hi, what's up, Imea? Him talking to the public about it can't do shit because all we can do is just talk about it too. We're not there, we don't know, and it's not smart of us to assume and really give him advice. We don't know these people personally. They're like strangers, you know what I'm saying? But I know when people get frustrated, they just want someone to hear them, and they will go to the internet if they see fit. And I think that that's why he did that with his family and talked about his family to the world, because he's frustrated. I think his wife and his parents are both going to the press, and that's toxic within itself. Like, why go to the press about y'all's family drama? But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Brooklyn is going from one bad situation to another, and it's gonna be kind of worse with this girl because she has more money. He lives in her home, of course, that like she has because of her father's money. And over time, over time, if he does not become a man, first of all, I don't think them two are gonna last regardless. I don't see them being a long-term couple. I just don't. He got married very young. I think in a couple of years he will wake up and outgrow her, especially once that Saturn return hits. If they even make it that long, by the time he hits like 27 to 29, he will be so fucking over her ass. Because he will start to wake the fuck up. He will have become hopefully more mature, and he will be like, this bitch just like my motherfucking mama. And that's gonna be something that he will have to cope with as a young man. It's just going to be a part of his journey if he ever wakes up, because he might forever be asleep and just think that his wife is the bee's knees. But if he ever truly wakes up, he will start to see that his wife is just as much of a piece of work as that motherfucking mama. um I think Brooklyn, again, unlike his father, is trying not to be passive to the toxicity. So he's just like, I just want to say something. I'm sick of this shit. I want to speak out. I don't want to just be passive and like cheating. Because he could be like his father. He could be like a passive, cheating ass man. Again, I don't know David Beckham, but he comes off as the more passive one. And especially because Victoria has a reputation too of just kind of being like a bitch. So it seems like his wife is a bitch, his mom is a bitch. It seems like his father is passive, and he's the more passive two, or he's like the lesser two in their relationship, but that he is trying to find his masculinity. He's trying to find his manhood and speak out about the injustices that he feel like his mom is putting him through. Hey, what's up, Milo? They married for money. Look, well, love ain't enough, so I'm not here to judge or hate on them. But with Brooklyn, I'm telling you, my concern for him at this point is like, if this girl and her family have you right where they want you. So if you get frustrated with her, annoyed with her, and you want to leave her, you got to be ready to stand on your own as a man. If you or if she wakes up and she's like, fuck you, I don't want you anymore, because she could wake up too and be like, I want a new man. At any moment, you have to be ready to stand on your own as a man. And your mother may be toxic, and your family dynamic as a whole, your brother, your mama, because the Bible talks about it. There are people who they are what the black sheep, because their whole system is very poisonous, and so they have to leave if they want to have any chance of surviving. They have to step out on their own and like go for it. But or their family outcast them for not going with the program. But what I'm saying is, no matter what, if you don't want to be a part of the program, you have to be ready to stand on your own outside the program. And Brooklyn needs to get some drive, get an idea, get some get up and go, use whatever money he has, and invest in his own shit. Or ask his father in law for a job. Or go back to school, go get an education. He needs, I don't give a fuck. Brooklyn needs to go do something with himself to stand on his own as a man. Because he will become just like what he feels like his parents are if he continues to go down the road that he's going, which is relying on this crazy bitch. Right. Absolutely, Milo. And I just feel like, yeah, like Brooklyn needs to really like find himself. Cause what he's got going on is not healthy and it's not good and it's not gonna work for the long term. It's got an expiration date on it. And he needs, again, that's what I was trying to say. Like, his family could be as toxic as they want to be. It does not matter. You either have drive or not. You either have talent or not. You either have it in you or not. You either want to be an independent man or you don't. Your wife and your mother do not change what's inside of you and just who you are as a person. So I want Brooklyn to become an independent man. And that way he can be in a position to walk away from everyone. I want him, because that's how you have to do when you are a person who wants to heal from narcissists. You have to have your own shit so you can walk away from it all, because that's the only way you're going to be able to, is if you have your own shit. And that's what he needs to do. I wanted to get into Nicki Minaj. You guys, I don't cover Nicki like that because I'm not hearing the slander. Like, you guys, I made a comment about her and Erica Kirk and Trump. Y'all keep talking about her and Cardi. I told you guys should already know. I have repeatedly dragged Cardi, banged on Cardi. I want Cardi, like I told you guys, the fuck out of the black community, because that bitch is racist and illiterate and completely vile. But when it comes to Nicki Minaj, you guys, look, it's not even, it's just, I'm a fan of the music. I don't agree with everything that she does on the internet. But at the end of the day, I'm not here for y'all trying to go against this lady. I'm just not. I feel like, again, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to forgive. Y'all pick and choose who y'all want to excuse. There's no way. When y'all, again, let this other hoe run around telling y'all all type of shit. You want me to get online and like critique Nicki when y'all don't hold people accountable? Get away from me with this bullshit. So, right. Thank you, Milo. I'm glad that you could see through it. Yes, Nicki is a part of the show because, again, a real artist who got real money, they don't give a fuck about none of this shit. They don't care. Trump, Bush, Clinton, Obama, abortion, whatever, weed, legal, they don't fucking care. When you get in money, you don't care about anything. You don't care. The only way that you would care is if your business was tied to a law passed that, you know what I'm saying, that could affect your business. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that a law that was passed. If you was like, oh man, like they're trying to ban this, I got to go up there and lobby because I run this kind of business. Like, if you have a dispensary, you should, have a lobbyist somewhere going down to the people and being like, let me give you a couple dollars to not pass that legislation. But Nicki Minaj is a fucking rapper. So unless they're trying to ban lip gloss and Chanel, I don't understand why she would give a fuck about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, pertaining to the president, because your local government has more of an effect on you. But that's why I'm saying, Milo, I agree that she's playing her role too, and it is the villain. And people just want Nicki, they just love to villainize her. And same thing with Kanye. Like, Kanye is like that crazy man. Right. Kanye is like that crazy man that's like outside the gas station loitering, and he crazy, but he do be saying real shit. You be like, damn, all right, this nigga woke. But you gotta be careful because sometimes he be saying shit that be like, nah, nigga. But a lot of times the shit he be saying is crazy. And why do you think when they show you like that video of like allegedly Kanye, like the real Kanye is like homeless somewhere, that's because that's the energy he gives. When his ass be kirking out, he be like that homeless man that be spazzing, but he be saying true shit though. You just gotta listen and not judge him. That's the energy he give. And Nicki just give, yeah, they just want her to be the villain. And because I know that and I'm aware, that's why I can't give it my energy, because it's like I love her music. I love what she's done for rap. I love what she represents. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, Brian, I feel you. I mean, but I mean, it's some, look, let me tell you, you have a point, because a lot of, at least for myself, I just feel like I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, because I guess I can really see through it. But there are people who do have money who still buy into the agenda. That's what you're describing, Bryant. And I'm glad you brought that up, because it's a strong argument. There are people that no matter how much money they have or they don't have, they buy into the psyop. I don't buy into the psyop because I'm aware of what the fuck is going on. I just don't give a fuck. Unless again, it's gonna affect like my everyday life. Like I live in Texas. If they get rid of dispensaries, like or get rid of other things, like okay, that will affect me. But when it comes to Nicki, that's why I don't cover it much, because I know that she's playing a role, and Nicki will be quiet like Kanye. She'll be quiet, and then when they want to like drum up drama, they'll pull like the puppets that they are. They'll pull them out of a box and they'll make them work and like go say shit that will rile people up. That being said, with all this talk about Nicki, um, in her home, you know, I did see something on the internet about her neighbors, you know, complaining about her husband. I did see that. And they referred to her as her government name. So that did have me like, oh, I think she might be truly having issues in this neighborhood. But this comes down to the situation with the 500K doesn't come down to that. It comes down to some security guard who didn't do what he was supposed to do or something like that. Something went sour with the worker, and Nicki had to pay him, and she waited to the last minute to pay him the 500K, and now he's not going to get a whole bunch of money because of the legal fees and stuff like that. He's got to split the money. So that's what I'm hearing. Again, all I can do is shrug my shoulders. I'm glad she's not losing her home, and I'm glad that it's not a situation about Kenny, about him, you know, being the reason she's losing her house. Some disgruntled employee. I mean, it happens. Whatever, you know. But people really thought Nicki was like broke, and it's like, what are you guys talking about? Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I did not even cover it, and I didn't feed into it, because I'm like, Nicki Minaj is not broke. I didn't address it at all, because people are trying to say Nicki's broke. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you guys talking about? Like, that's such a stupid conversation, because Nicki Minaj is not broke. And it's not like I know how much money she has. I don't know that. But what I'm saying is, Nicki Minaj doesn't look broke. She doesn't give broke. It's like you can like look rich, but energy doesn't lie. Nicki Minaj doesn't seem like, she doesn't move like a broke bitch. That's what I want to say. It's not because people, you know, people like Cardi B, her nemesis. Cardi B looks rich, but she moves like a broke bitch. That's how I know she ain't got no fucking money. But Nicki Minaj moves like somebody with money. And if you want to have this argument, that's why y'all was thinking that Beyonce was broke. Because we know she got money, but her moves was making her look like, bitch, your ass in some financial trouble. Because you trying to sell everything now, and you going on tour again. And your knee hurt. That's what people were saying. Nicki like be laid back. Like Nicki don't even be out in the streets like that. So she don't come off like a bitch that's like hard up for money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell waist trainers, sell lashes. She did the nails as a part of her tour. But you don't see her like doing commercials for GLP-1. You don't see her doing commercials for Prep. She doesn't have a deal with Fashion Nova. Pretty Little Thing. Like, she's not doing broke hoe shit. Like, and I'm not saying that all them bitches is broke because they are getting a check, but they're pushing, you know what I'm saying? Again, they pushing like weird ass shit because they just like, bitch, a check is a check. They just need a check to clear. And if that check clear, I can't be mad at your check for clearing. But they got people who, again, who don't have to sell diapers, Depends. They don't have to sell chicken bouillon. They don't have to sell McDonald's. They don't have to like, you know, do the most. They can just like lay back. That's how you know celebrities really have money. Like when they just like be quiet. And they live like normal people, and like they come out when they have a project, like when they, unless they have like work to give you, you don't see them. And that's how you know that they're getting money, because when you, Cardi B been what in the just doing anything. This bitch was out in the middle of New York doing rituals and spells with the sage, trying to sell albums. She was twerking outside of Walmart, pregnant, twerking on the ground outside of Walmart, in the Walmart parking lot, pregnant, trying to push her album. That's some broke ass shit. So I didn't think that Nicki was broke. Well, I don't think that Nicki Minaj had any issue with her house and had an issue with no fucking. I don't know why people just don't like Nicki, so they will run with the narrative that, oh, she was broke. Like, what? What are you talking about? Not her. I never believed that. So I just wanted to cover that because that was just insane that y'all were like running with that shit. ASAP Rocky and Drake. Have y'all listened to ASAP Rocky's new project? I have not. You know, I used to like ASAP like in high school. He still has music that I like. Like the music that I liked in high school, I still like now. So ASAP Rocky can make good music. He does make good music. I don't, not every, I wouldn't say every single song, but because I haven't heard every single song, but a lot of what I have heard is good music. But I think ASAP, you listen, what you think. I didn't listen to the new album. From what I heard, it's a lot about, you know, just Rihanna and Drake. I think ASAP has been problematic, and I think I've ignored it for a long time. I really had to talk to myself about this, dead ass, because it's a thing. ASAP Rocky has said a lot of problematic shit about Black women. Black women feel like he's very colorist. He has made remarks that didn't need to be made about Black women wearing red lipstick. The moment he got a little bit of money, he started talking about how he don't give a fuck about the problems going on in Harlem and the hood. What did I say? Some people, when they get money, they like, fuck everything. I don't give a fuck. But I felt like, again, when your black ass was stuck overseas, you wanted them same niggas to ride for you. I don't like Cardi B, but at least that's the same hood bitch that she was in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? She still just is ghetto ignorant in hood. She didn't try to switch up and be somebody that she's not. ASAP, I felt like he was one of them niggas that, like a lot of black men, again, it's not all, but a lot of black men, especially the ones who are in entertainment, because when I say not all, I mean that the ones who try to chase fame, those are the ones who, a lot of them have that mindset of, fuck niggas, the moment that I get money, I'm gonna get me a white bitch and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get on. I don't care if I have to kneel down, bend over, whatever. I just know that I don't wanna be around you niggas anymore. And when I get some money, or the moment I get the first opportunity, I'm gonna turn on all you niggas and act like I never knew y'all. And that is how I feel about ASAP. He comes off like that. He comes off like somebody that when he was growing up in Harlem, he always felt himself, you know, he's a decent looking guy. he was always feeling himself. He seemed like he always had an ego. He always had like a chip on his shoulder. And he's a New York Harlem nigga. And he just seemed like he was like, again, I don't fuck this. I want to go to the top and I'm willing to do anything to get there. And that's exactly why we saw him doing all that damn witchcraft. Because he was like, by any means. And the moment that the witchcraft worked, he got around that weird witchy lady, Michelle Lamy, he was like, I'm never going back to you niggas. And I think that that's how he carried himself. And he do come off real anti-black and real colors. And I just feel like, ASAP, I'm not fucking with you. Because you know what? When you, and then, you know, I was listening to Mob, and Mob was saying that in one of his songs, he said that he made a deal with Satan to get back over here. And it's like, I agree with her. Don't be trying to call Donald Trump Satan, nigga. And I know that he was really talking about the real Satan, but he wants us to believe that Satan is Trump. And it's like, don't be talking about Trump, nigga. The white man saves you. And that's why I'm cool off a nigga like ASAP Rocky, because I feel like, you know what? You couldn't wait to be around them fucking weird white juice cartons, then that's cool. Cause see, I'm not itching to be around that. You got where you wanted to be. Your witchcraft and your spells still got you with a billionaire and you in them circles and you doing the fashion thing. Cool. So like when you was fucked up, yes, a white man did come to your aid. So fine, because us niggas, clearly you don't give a fuck about us because you sacrifice all your friends. They say you be popping out, like they say that you be, you know, going at your own squad members. Anti-black wear. Cardi pushing on babies like she broke. Cardi is a broke asshole. Anybody, I don't care if you really do got big bread. If you twerk pregnant, if you twerk at Walmart, if you twerk out in public with like, if you twerk anywhere but the bedroom or a club, you're ghetto. And you got that broke mindset. Nah, Rocky really him though. Gotta salute. Salute Rocky for what? Salute Rocky for what? Because I just feel like I just don't respect ASAP Rocky like anymore. I feel like again he's got decent music, but I just can't respect him. Niggas dressing like bitches, I can't respect. That goes for Young Thug too. Pharrell too. Trying to be a fucking bitch, no. And I just feel like it be the main ones trying to be women that are running their fucking mouth about women. And I feel like ASAP Rocky has done that shit a lot, where he's again always got some slick shit to say towards a fucking female, and it's like, nigga, you want to be a bitch. So what are you talking about? Right, and that's another thing. Let's talk about that. Dia, you are so right. Because Lil Tecca, I like Tecca, but Tecca on that zesty shit too. I saw him recently. I said, this beta sex kitten. Let's talk about that, Dia. You bring up a good observation. His competition was a whole bunch of other industry niggas. Like, you see, y'all love these people. Y'all see some of them as prizes. I don't see somebody who's been with a whole bunch of people as a prize. I don't care how much money you have, how much fame you have. Like, you're not a prize. You've been all over the place. I don't like that type of energy. I don't do that in my personal life. So, because I'm not like that. Like, just to be like humping a whole bunch of different people and stuff like that. Like, I'm not with all of that. So, I mean, he had a whole bunch of competition with a whole bunch of other niggas who was also screwing the same type of bitches. So, was it a competition? I mean, it's just the one who won, I guess, or the one who was picked. But I don't call that no real competition. If anybody can be with it and anybody can have it, it's not a competition. It's just the next person's turn. So when it comes to somebody said anti-black wear, child. Drake. That's what I want. Drake. Okay. You guys are right, Dia, because why didn't he mention, I mean, I guess he didn't want to mention Chris Brown because it's been so long, but it's just like, and Drake did diss him, like Drake did come at him, but I just feel like the Drake situation happened a long time too. long time ago too, with him dissing you. So you choose to come back very late and respond. It's just like with Cardi, with her trying to respond to JT. It's like it's been years. Like you should have responded like a lot sooner if you felt the way. You trying to like mention the beef now on an album is dry, and it means that you're grasping at straws for some kind of controversy, because again, if it was really a problem, then when it happened you should have said something. You're going to wait till this long, so it can't be that big of an issue. So when it comes to him and Drake, he is using Drake for clout and press, because otherwise we don't care. I don't see it that way. I mean, if you like them as a couple, you have a right to like them as a couple. But I don't. They're not couple goals for me. We not lying on music. Rocky, okay. Well, I haven't heard the project, but I'm also not interested in hearing it. I was thinking about listening, but I'm not interested in hearing it if it's going to be a lot of and that's why I don't like that dynamic. But if it's gonna just be him again using Rihanna and Drake as his content, I don't want to hear that. Like I just don't. I just feel like ASAP, you have so much has happened in your life. You should be talking about that. Like talk about your dead homies. Like I'm just saying. Like you see Blueface, oh my dead homies. Nigga, you sacrifice all your homies allegedly. Why don't you make songs about how you miss your dead homies? Reminisce over all the people that you allegedly sacrificed to even be where you are today. Like, I'm just saying, talk about your climb to the top. I don't want to hear about yo bitch, yo bitch, yo bitch, you know, and subliminals at Drake the whole album. I don't. Like I like an artist that can stand on their own, because that's the issue with a lot of artists or people who think that they're artists, because everybody calling themselves an artist these days. A lot of issue is like without beef or without drama or controversy or sexuality, or you know what I'm saying, without scandal, they can't sustain. He talked about his dead homies, ASAP Yams and all of them. All right, we're gonna see y'all, but I kind of been over I kind of just moved on from ASAP. I'm not gonna even lie to you. And I just think again, once you kind of lose respect for people, it's kind of just like hard to go back. And it's the same way with a lot of artists. Like again, Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi, like these are artists who have heard their music, but I've just seen too much stuff from some of them, and I'm just like, I'm not fucking with you, because I'm not. Again, Tyler the Creator is another one. I have some Tyler the Creator music. I used to like him a lot more back when he was in Odd Future. So I've followed these artists for years. But seeing him now, like again, once you start letting people touch with your butt, and I can see you wearing women's clothes and blonde hair, and like just once you just go to a certain level, I just be like, I'm gonna leave you right here. Well, it seems like he's using Drake beef, old Drake beef, to try to push his project. That's what it seems like. And he's doing press tours, in interviews, talking about Drake and some beef with Drake. And I just feel like that lets me know that, like, you do need this beef. Because if you don't have Drake, then what do you have? Okay, you're a father now. Like, okay, good, you know, but I just feel like after, like, at a certain point, you are milking it for press. I wanted to move on to, but you guys seem to like the project, so let me go look at some more reviews. But with Ari and Jada, I wanted to get on this briefly. I know you guys see these birds going crazy. I did do a post on Instagram kind of going into the more occult side of this. You know, I've covered Jada before when there was another situation with an Instagram model and Lil Baby and just like some drama. You guys, I think this is all crazy. Part of me thinks that this is like a distraction ritual, because I just feel like, what are the odds of Jada bringing up like some old shit, like bringing up, like, if you know what I'm saying, bringing up some old shit. What's the point in her bringing up some old shit and just dragging it through the internet? And then the rappers are getting involved, unfollowing each other, and then people are jumping in. It's like, it's coming off like a ritual. It's coming off like distraction. Do you guys think that? Because I just feel like this happened so long ago. Like, what the fuck? Now, my thing with Jada and Ari, I really don't like neither of them. I think people like Jada because she's pretty and she's brown skin and she's non confrontational on the surface. I think people don't like Ari for the exact opposite reasons. She's very fucking rude. She's very pompous. She's a bitch. They think she's a prostitute. But she's just like really like, Ari is not a good person. She's not. And you can pick this up off of her. Like, she's not. Like, this woman would allow herself to be shitted on for money. A person who would do that, we're not talking about Ari Lennox. We're talking about Ari Fletcher, the one who is laid up with Moneybag Yo. But with Ari Fletcher, she just doesn't have a good personality. She doesn't have a good energy. And she's always being a bitch and being negative and like talking down on people. And her energy is just, ugh. She's like those like hood girls who like always want to fight, or just who always like want to bully you or pick on you. Like, Ari has got that ghetto girl energy that I don't like. She is. Low life is a good way to put that. But I would hate to grow up around her, because like you would have to beat Ari's ass. Because Ari is that kind of person, especially that's why she did what she did with Jada. Because Ari, first of all, Ari's a fucking snake. It's come out that she will fuck anyone's man. She doesn't care. But that's not on her. That's on the men that like are sleeping with her. But Ari just has a snaky energy. I mean, it takes two to tango, but Ari, which that's why some of it is on her, but Ari just does this bully shit. She does this bully shit. And it's just, she does it with who she knows she can do it to. And I feel like that. I feel like when it comes to women that she thinks is like soft, she like is just, she always wants to like pick with them. That's how she comes off. And I've just seen a lot of nastiness from her on the internet. And she's always calling people broke. And it's like, okay, Ari, I get that that's like the main clapback, like, oh yeah, but just broke. But when you get online and you get on the internet and you sit down with Carisha and you say that you will get shitted on for money, you cannot call people broke, because that's that broke mindset shit I was just talking about. That being said, I think me describing how me being the public, how many people see that, I think that's why people are siding with Jada, because they feel like you be fucking everybody, man, Ari, and you're a bitch. I have not seen it. One battle after another. I haven't seen it. I heard it wasn't good. So yeah. But and I don't want to see, I saw a review and that lady did a good job reviewing it. That movie sounds like it was trash. I don't want to see Teyana Taylor be the white man's whore and abandon her baby. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to see that. I'm not supporting that type of fucking bullshit. I'm just not. But with Rihanna probably laughing at ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, but okay, ASAP Ferg is, in my opinion, it's money laundering, because his artwork like requires not an ounce of like him really trying or putting in real effort. I think they're all like just into demonic shit, because the art world is full of that too. I think, I'm not kidding. I think it's like, okay, that's cool. You're being a painter. But when I saw the artwork, I said, this is money laundering. He's probably selling his pussy and like, it's probably sacrificing chickens. I'm sure it's something weird and demonic. It's weird and demonic. I just believe that it is. You know why? Because that nigga is still alive. Okay, the fact that ASAP Rocky didn't kill him, or excuse me, sacrifice him allegedly, nigga, is because you probably, you know, did some magic for yourself. Um, yeah, people were like siding with Jada with the baby situation, the little baby situation. I'm not siding with any of them because my problem with Jada is I feel like this is why I think it was distraction because it's like again this is old news. So if you still care, you're still emotionally running behind someone that doesn't give a fuck about you. And at some point as a woman, like you just have to realize like this guy doesn't give a fuck about me. Like I care about him, he doesn't care about me, and I have to move on. Like if I have any kind of self-love or self-respect, I have to move on. And Jada from how she comes off has not done that. Like this is a person who has such low self-esteem that they said that they would not date like other I guess rappers, or like she wouldn't be with her baby daddy's peers to not disrespect him or something. Meanwhile her baby daddy is like giving it up for men and women, and that's allegedly, and that's what I said in the original post. I said again, you're coming at Ari over like some old shit. Meanwhile your baby daddy was out with a fucking man getting a drunken hug, and you didn't say a damn thing. So what are we talking about? What are you really mad at? And that's why I'm like, this gotta be, again, just some distraction bullshit. Cause it's like, what does it matter? Your baby daddy is allegedly gay. And that's what I said in my video about her, like, when I was talking about her, cause she had like did some little slick shit too, getting mad and like about him being with like that nurse, and she was trying to like throw subliminals, and I was like, baby daddy is allegedly like gay, like why do you care about him smashing a nurse allegedly? um I think Jada again is scary as fuck. I think she does this thing where she throws rocks and hides her hands, like she's like scared to like confront confrontation, and I don't like people like that, because people like that, like I've had that happen where somebody will like, why is she mad at me? It's like, if you can't ask me why I'm upset with you, then you know why I'm upset with you. You don't want to ask me because you don't want me to like deal with you head on. You would rather go ask other people and like go tiptoe, and you know what I mean? Like I just don't like that, because you know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to like do shit and then play victim. So Jada is that kind of person. I've seen her do this several times where she will not confront something head on. And she will be so emotionally broke up about it, but it'll come out, but she will never confront it. Again, everybody knew that she felt a way about Lil Baby and Saweetie. Did she directly come at Saweetie? No. She didn't, because she was too fucking scary. She would rather, you know, do some scary shit with Ari than like directly confront Ari. Like, and then I just feel like that's just a scary ass bitch. So I can't respect anybody like that. And when it comes down to Ari, again, you know the kind of bitch Ari is, so she's not worth conversation. But another thing is it Ari's? It's not Ari's fault. A snake ass bitch gonna be a snake ass bitch, but it's up to the man that you choose to do right by you. And if your man is not doing right by you, and you keep attacking other women, but you keep sticking by him, then the problem is you. And that's why I'm not a fan of Jada, because Jada pushes a lot. Y'all don't even realize it. Jada pushes a lot of toxicity onto young black impressionable girls. She does, because she's at that age group, and she presents in a particular aesthetic that is unfortunately relatable enough. And so a lot of black girls look up to her. And all she does is push being a bird. She's very male identified. She's a pick me. And the thing about it is, pick me's never get picked. They lower themselves under the earth for a man, and that man doesn't pick them. And any other man doesn't pick them either, because anyone that will lower themselves is not worthy of being chosen. And so they don't get picked. And they spend their life, again, lowering themselves for men and then attacking women when women are the ones who can actually help them, and the men are never going to pick them because they keep lowering themselves. So they end up in like this like toxic cycle. And I think that's what's happening here. And it's just scary because there's a lot of women who feel like, yeah, Jada won. Her baby daddy stepped behind her. It's like he's the reason why she feels away. He's the reason why she is like hurt and online whining about Ari. It's like Ari didn't do anything to you. Your baby daddy disrespected you. He's been fucking around on you. And again, when you met him allegedly, he was cheating on Aisha with you. But again, you have like that pick me bird brain where you think that like you're special and you're different and you're better. So you can make a man who treats everyone like shit treat you different. Because the narcissism in you believes that you're better than everybody else, even though you really don't, because you treat yourself like shit. You just feel like you want to be able to like say, oh, y'all, but not me. And it doesn't work out like that. Thank you, Gada. Yeah, it doesn't work out like that. Like, you don't get to be with like a mass murderer and think that he's gonna kill them, but not you because you're so fucking special. That's the fast way to end up with your fucking head off your body. And that's what's happening with Jada is she thinks that like her narcissists don't think very highly of themselves all the time. And so the narcissism in her believes that other women owe her more than the men that she's choosing. And that's why she'll never be chosen. And when other men, she doesn't realize that she's showing other men how much abuse she will take and how much disrespect she will take. All other, even if she does get with another guy, it won't be a good man until she stops being such a bird and gets some real self-esteem. She will always be with another dog ass nigga because she, again, the low vibration in her is going to find someone who's low vibrational too, and she's going to end up with another person who makes her feel like she has to compete or prove something or whatever. So it's like a personal thing because again, these girls, they be going after like the craziest people. I would like, Lil Baby looks like shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And he can't rap. He can't rap. So, but Jada doesn't care. She just wants to be famous. So she's willing to, again, like compromise herself, be disrespected, be embarrassed, whatever. She's willing to do it for fame. But even if she does get with somebody else, all another man knows is, again, I can disrespect you. I can cheat on you. I can abandon you. You will fight for me. You will fight other bitches behind me. I can put you in that position. I can fuck porn stars on you. I can do anything. Like that's what women need to understand, especially when you go to social media about stuff or when you have a bunch of people in your business or when you tell people your business. When you take certain things to the internet or make certain things public, you let people know or you expose yourself too. And sometimes you're exposing your own insecurities and your own boundaries and your own shit. And I just feel like with Jada, again, it's very harmful because she's setting the precedence that for other men, they can treat her just as bad and that she'll stick around. So she needs to think about that because going on Ari is not going to fix the low self-esteem problem or her just being a bird. Krishan Jr. Blueface. Stunner Girl. Are y'all watching Blueface and Stunner Girl? I have seen clips on TikTok. I made a video about Stunner Girl again over a year ago. Stunner Girl is another one who's trying to get to the top. I am not surprised to see her with Blueface. They're both from California. Stunner Girl was on Baddies, right? Zeus Network, they're all tied in with Zeus. So this is looking like some Zeus Network fuckery. But again, Stunner is on the come up. She let go of her husband. Remember, I did a video about that. She used to be married, or she was with some dude. They weren't officially married, legally married, but she was with some dude, and then like all of a sudden they just broke up. And like, why? Because she wanted to go up levels. Around that time, she was like, oh, I got my own TV network called Red Rum TV. And I was like, oh, murder? Like Red Rum? But also think about it like that. Like think about it like this too. The red rum and then blue face. I keep telling y'all the red and the blue, black and the white, Freemasonry. So in the video with her in Blueface, she's got on like the pink wig, and then of course like he's blue gang. He's blue gang. This is allegedly Freemasonic initiation and ritual. She's burning Krishan's clothes allegedly in the video. The clothes that she's burning is a leopard print tracksuit. So you guys, again, beta sex kitten, she's giving you a lot of symbolism. Her and Blueface are just doing this for press and PR. A lot of people know that. Another thing, when Blueface got out, who was he laid up with? Hazel E, a publicist. To do what? Get PR, get press. Like, it's all industry shit. With Krishan Jr., I've repeatedly told you guys that Jr. is an sacrifice, allegedly, and his day is already picked out. The day that they're gonna eliminate that child has already been decided on. His last day was already picked before he was born. Everything about his life is a contract. Where he goes, what he eats, how he's treated, when he's shown on the camera. You guys don't understand how much sorcery is really going on with this Krishan situation. I think a lot of people are taking it too lightly. And I know many of you are calling CPS. I know Sean Davy Way is leading the charge on calling CPS, calling her family, calling the church that they go to or allegedly go to or whatever. I get it, but I've tried to raise awareness that the reason why no one will be successful in getting custody of Krishan Jr. away from his mother is because it's not even her child. That child belongs to allegedly people who wear small hats. So that child's life is dictated. You guys think that Krishan is in a car all fucking day with a camera? Not saying that she couldn't be, but I'm saying that someone like Krishan is in a lot of contracts with Zeus TV or Zeus Network, who has ties to Zionism. And she allegedly signed like some boxing training deal. This is what I'm saying. Do you really think you're going to be in a contract and then with people like Zeus, with Zionist people, do you think you're going to be in a contract and that they're not going to know where you are at all times? They know where those girls are at all times. They're allegedly all in the African and escort business. Once you sign on with baddies, especially when you want to go to a certain level, they know where you are. Somebody like Krishan that's got a lot of fame and she's always on the blogs, payrolls, there's someone that pays to post her all the time. When she was at the beach, when she goes out in town and she's showing us everything, there are people around her helping her record. They may not show you that part of the screen, but I'm telling you, Krishan has a motherfucking entourage. There's no way Krishan is homeless. Lemuel Plumber and everybody else over there at Zeus is not going to have their property with no property. There is no place. There's always a bed for Krishan. Stay woke. Y'all keep believing that bullshit that y'all want, that she's broke, homeless, destitute, tired, burnt out, and that she can't go nowhere, and that she broke as fuck, and that, CPS can't find her. No, CPS will not find her because the child is owned by someone else. Because again, like y'all keep saying, okay, so you get to be on the internet showing us you abusing your child in 4K every day. You're going live, hurting the baby for the whole camera, for the whole world to see. And CPS can't find you? Lies. CPS can find her. But I keep telling you guys, you can't do what Krishan does because You're not in the same contracts that Krishan is in. The government will come get your child and lock your black ass up. And think about it. Britney fucking Spears, they got her ass locked up. But Krishan is free? I know Britney Spears is in the house, but Britney Spears is in bondage. She might as well be in jail. I mean, it's better than being in jail. She's in a mansion, but she's still locked behind bars. There's a fucking gate. I could promise you that. Britney Spears, I put 100 grand. Britney Spears lives in a gated community, the kind that you have to ID to get into. You cannot just go back there. She's Britney Spears. She's owned by Zionists. They will protect their property. So if Britney Spears can't even roll around and she losing her fucking mind, you think Krishan, you think it's by accident that Krishan can be online acting up like that? Because this is Zionism. And I keep telling y'all that her father is in politics, or somebody said her stepdad, or somebody said her godfather. I don't fucking care. There's some man around Krishan that is white and connected to politics. So do you think they're really gonna have success calling the state or the city to come get her and the baby? No, her someone around her is highly connected to politics. It's over. That's why you guys will not have success. You believe what you want to believe. You don't get to come on my fucking page and tell me that I'm slow. Then why can't CPS go get the baby? It doesn't matter where her fucking daddy is. Why hasn't CPS? You do what Krishan did and see if you still have custody of your fucking child. You better watch yourself on my shit. What are you talking about? Right. Talking about some motherfucking nigga. Again, anybody else do this, I promise you. But oh, Krishan can do it, and this motherfucker's on live majority of her damn day, but just rolling around free with homeless, allegedly, with a fucking handicapped baby. Bitch, stop. Fuck out of here. Any of you hoes do that shit one time, and CPS will come and get you that night. Fuck out of here. Y'all come on my shit and get smart. Y'all are crazy. That's why Krishan still got the baby. There's a post on the website about it if you want more information where I can give you a decode, because I'm already pushing it by even mentioning the Z word. Clarissa Shields calls in to some podcast or some YouTube to like defend herself, and like that was so corny. I do think that Clarissa is slow too. She's very insecure. She needs help. Like, I'm concerned. Something's off with her. And I don't know if all of this stuff will, like, with this stuff with Papoose, this is all ritual. It's initiation. He's helping her join the club. I don't know if this will pay off. I don't think it will. I think some people do stuff for the industry. Sorry. I feel like my lip. I feel like some people do stuff for the industry and they're so desperate that they don't even think about what they're signing up for. Because sometimes like they do give you like a trick deal where it's like, go humiliate yourself the most you can. And a desperate person will be like, okay, but somebody with some sense and who you know, not desperate would be like, again, why? Like, I don't think that would be a good idea. Like, yes, I could get, you know, a headline, but will it really like stick? I don't think so. And I'm saying that to also give like Lotto as an example. I've told you guys multiple times, her running around pretending like she's smashing 21 Savage is not a good idea. I don't believe that she's really with him. I never did. I don't care what they show you. I always believed that it was PR, but that it's humiliation too, but that it's not smart because it's not helping Lotto. It actually is having like the opposite effects. And I think the same thing is happening with Clarissa. People don't like women who mess with men that are in relationships. That's just how it is. Even though it's the man's fault, people don't like women who mess with men in relationships. This is why Alicia Keys has not been able to recover ever since getting with Swiss Beats. The public has forever punished her and written her off for that. And with Clarissa, she's going down that path. People don't like that she's frolicking around with a married man. People are rooting more for Cardi B still being a married woman, getting whole pregnant by her outside nigga. They're rooting for that more than they're rooting for Clarissa being laid up with Papoose. So with Clarissa just continuing to go through with this initiation because she wants to be famous. She's got money, but she wants to be famous. Clarissa continuing to allow them to tarnish her reputation like this in the name of fame is very silly. That's how I know these bitches be slow for real. Lotto was slow too, because you have to understand dynamics. Like, and just what you have to know the public. The public does not like side bitches. The public will forgive an abusive, violent, freaky man before they forgive a black woman for anything, or before they forgive a fucking homewrecker. Monica Lewinsky will forever be home-wrecking hoe. Women like Marilyn Monroe and Lil' Kim had enough of a independent career to like outshadow the fact that they were messing with married men. But when you're trying to build a brand off of being with a married man, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. And I know that, again, what's her name? Alicia Keys did have an independent career, thriving independent career before Swiss Beats. But the public are very finicky fucking people, and they pick and choose. And Alicia was not picked or chosen. They sacrificed that bitch. The public did not want her. They felt like, bitch, we don't like you. Because again, like, not only did you mess with this nigga while he was married, like you went on and like you took it fucking far. People feel like she just took it too fucking far. And so they don't like her. People still have respect for Lil' Kim's music. They don't really think about like the faith stuff. They're like, we love Crush on You. You know? We love Crush on You, bitch. Perform, you know, what's her other hits? But I love Crush on You. It's my favorite Lil' Kim song. They love that, you know? They want that bitch to put on a green wig and sing Lady Marmalade. Like, they don't fucking care about Faith and Biggie. People, when they think of Marilyn Monroe, they think of bad white bitch. They don't think of, you know, that Jackie and Kay. That's part of it, but they don't. That's not where their mind goes. Alicia, they don't think of that, and it's because you done went on. You done took it far. You done married the nigga and like tried to justify your scandal. Tried to justify and stand 10 toes down on your bullshit. People like not you trying to make yourself the fucking innocent bitch. People don't like that shit. And that's why Lotto will never thrive. She will never thrive because she has built a career off of being a gimmick, fake black scent having side bitch. And Clarissa is gonna struggle publicly. I don't think I don't know about her as a fighter. I've heard good things. I believe that she's a great fighter. But this situation with Papoose to try to be famous is not serving her. It will lead to her getting more deals. So if she's in it for the money and just to like get her name out there and raise her stock, okay, because she did sign an $8 million deal. But if she's really trying to like be loved and famous, and I don't know what these motherfuckers be wanting. They be having like delusions of grandeur. If she's looking to be loved by the public, this is not the path, because people are starting to turn against her. People are starting to say mean things, and they're starting to, you know, they're starting to not be nice. And it's like, see, trying to be famous, you about to mess yourself up in the game. But her calling in, that's why I'm like, you're not meant for this. Why would you call a podcast? Like, you're insane. Yes, she that's what I'm saying. She's throwing away her legacy over her own insecurities. And it's not smart. It's hustling backwards because again, there's no need. But when you're insecure, that's how you move. You always need validation because I just feel like again, once you got your money, who gives a fuck about anything? But when you're insecure, you still hear the mean things that the bullies said to you, and you still feel like you have to prove something to them by becoming famous. You having money and peace is not enough. You need fame, you need validation, you need to like, and it never goes well. You got to make peace. Kai Cenat, he's talking about he's having some fashion line called Vive. It might do well, but it doesn't matter if it does well or not. He's going over there with them fashion demons. You know, he's cool with like Lil Uzi, so I'm pretty sure Lil Uzi has had a hand in this. People think that Kai Cenat is connected to Diddy. They think that Diddy is like his consciousness is in Kai Cenat's body, or that Kai Cenat is Diddy's son and Diddy's secret son. I have heard it all. I don't know about all that, but I do feel like Kai there's something with the Diddy thing. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole too much. I just want to say Kai is deep into the industry. I want to say that. He's got a lot of people at his house. Kim K, LeBron, Ray J. He's got a lot of very suspect people on his stream. And Kai is talking about he got the haircut, which was spiritual, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I want to leave streaming and I want to go into fashion." You want to go into stream? You want to leave streaming and go into fashion, and you want to go to Italy of all places and like do some Vive clothing line industry shit. Kim Kardashian is what really tied in with them fashion people, and I'm mentioning again Kim K, Lil Uzi, again Kim K, Diddy, Lil Uzi, Jay-Z. So it just still seems like some deep tied industry gatekeeper shit behind it all. Kanye has tried to tell people you don't get to just like thrive as a Black fashion designer. Like there are gatekeepers who have to let you in. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before we see Kai Cenat with Michelle Lamy, Rick Owens, like some of these like weird finger in the booty ass fashion people, because that's how they get down. I won't be surprised if he's over there with finger up the ass Pharrell. Like again, these fashion people are a different type of evil, and they damn sure want your soul in your hole. So Kai, you're gone, babe. Let's see what happens with him, because it's gonna get real occult, even more occult in the next couple of months. Let's see what happens with the clothing line. I want to talk about Northwest. Northwest is about to be a big star. Are y'all ready for it? It was promised since before she was born. North released a song called Piercing on My Hand or something like that. That's what they're calling it on the internet. Are y'all listening to North's music? Do y'all give a fuck about Northwest? I be on TikTok, so I heard the song. The beat is really good. It sounds like her dad did the beat. The beat sounds like Kanye for sure. Like the beginning, I was like, that's all Kanye. I do think that she's gonna be a very talented beat maker because her father's been showing her how to do it since she was like a baby. So I definitely think she'll be able to make her own beats too. But of course, off the strength of her dad, she'll have access to like the best producers, the best songwriters. I think Northwest will have an actual legitimate thriving music career. I do not see that for Blue Ivy, and I just feel like it's because Blue Ivy isn't meant to be a music artist. I'm not saying Blue Ivy is not talented. I didn't say anything nasty about her because I know there's going to be Beyonce fans who are going to be like, you're a fucking hater. No, I just don't see a music career for Blue Ivy. I think she could probably make it as an actress. She could do, I don't think modeling is for her neither. Like, I just want to be real because I'm sick of her fans being like, she looks just like Beyonce. No, she does not. So I don't think she's model material. I don't think she could sing. I already told you, don't think she could sing because I believe that if she could sing, we would know. Her mother would damn sure be making her sing. I think her mom wants her to have a career because her mom made deals, and part of those deals were like, you're gonna give a child and you're gonna give the child to the industry. So I think her mom is like pushing her to like go on tour and to like be in the industry because like that's part of her mom's, she's like the collateral on like her mom's loan, you know. But that's why her mom has her dancing, because like anybody can like learn a routine, like, you know. So I think that's why she's dancing and not singing, because I could promise you, if Blue Ivy had a voice that could sing, her mother would already have her featured. She's got a Grammy, right, for fucking cooing on a track. So do you think if she had a fucking voice, her mother wouldn't have her singing backup and features and collab? Like, her mother would push her so hard. Now, I do believe that a project is coming. I do. I think we don't see it now, but I think part of why we don't see it now is because it's in the works. There's a theory that after Beyonce does 3 acts, that Blue Ivy is going to be the 4th act. I believe that. I believe that if Blue Ivy is singing on there, it will be full of tracks. It will be, most of it won't even be her own fucking voice. There's AI. They've been using AI. And doing all kinds of rituals and spells. I had the theory that I wouldn't be surprised if they do some kind of magic and they take Holly or Chloe's voice, or they just literally make them work for Blue Ivy. Take their music, take their songs. I won't be surprised. That's why they sign them, because once they sign you, they have control. But you have to like earn and buy back your masters and your publishing. So, and them girls don't have no damn money, and they signed a shitty deal anyway. Yeah, right. Imagine you really owning your masters or having any, like, you know what I'm saying? And you sign for 6 albums and $1 million. I don't think that those girls, they clearly don't have control over anything, which is why that's why Chloe's online performing for free in her fucking living room, because she doesn't have the freedom to just do what the fuck she wants to do. I've told you guys for years, I believe that their parents sold them to Beyonce's family. I think it's deeper than just Beyonce. I think her mother is involved too. Like, because the pictures and the way that the shit be, you know her mom is involved. Why was her mom in the Have Mercy video? Like, we continue to talk about this shit. We continuously talk about it. I think that there's a reason why those girls are signed, but either they will take their music or take their voices or both. They will take their swag, take their concepts or style. I just think that those girls are over there to be energy sources for Blue Ivy, and I think that once Blue Ivy is ready to launch, we will never hear from those girls again. If it's not a small acting gig, I don't think we'll ever hear from them again. When it comes to music, they'll be completely done. They'll be blackballed and shut out, because Beyonce will not have them go against Blue Ivy in any way. I mean this when I say, I don't think them bitches will be able to sing as a featured artist on a soundtrack. Nothing. I think all they will get is minute roles on Tubi and 50 Cent's Power. Like, maybe, you know, Lee Daniels, 50 Cent, Tyler Perry, like other black people will have to try to give them small scraps of roles here and there. But any more music, I think that once Blue Ivy launches, it'll be done. But I don't think that Blue Ivy will have a legitimately successful career. I think that Blue Ivy's career will come from any success that she has will be off of the strength of her mother's minions. I don't think it'll be like people who like genuinely like her. I think it'll be people who are like, we love, you know, her mom, so we're gonna support her daughter. But I don't think that Blue Ivy will have good music. I just don't foresee it working out. I don't know if she will have a music career, but I think her parents are gonna try to push her. I do. And I think that people will compare Blue Ivy and Northwest. Again, Northwest will have a legitimate, because I think that Northwest, again, she will learn how to make beats. I don't know if North is talented. Is at music. I have seen her paintings and drawings. She has a very talented father. I believe that North can really paint. I do. I do. But when it comes to singing and stuff like that, I don't. From what I heard, she can't sing. But that don't mean that she can't rap and make beats and make hits. Rihanna can't fucking sing. SZA can't fucking sing. They got hits. Okay? So you don't need to know how to sing to make a hit. But I do think that she would know how to make them beats. And all you need to do is have a good beat, and you're good. With Blue Ivy, I think Blue Ivy will have every resource provided and available to her, but she still will have trouble building an authentic fan base that really likes her. And I think that if she makes music, she will still struggle to make authentic hits that stick. I just do. I just do. I think if she becomes an actress, she'll thrive. Like if she does like voice acting, and like if she continues to do that, and if she goes into fashion, and maybe she needs like a sitcom. She needs to do like a Proud Family or something. I think she could do like a Moesha. Like Blue Ivy needs that. She needs something that I don't think music is for her. So I want to see her with her own show. Like we need that. Like Black girls, I was just telling you earlier how Black girls don't have and they do have the Proud Family trio. But I was just saying how I hate that Jada and them are horrible role models for Black girls. We need more TV for minors. We need to like cut baddies. We need like a Proud Family. And it would be cute if like Blue Ivy and if her siblings are well enough and cognizant enough to record. It would be cute if they could have like a show. And not like a reality show, like a scripted like show like on Disney Plus. You know what I mean? Like where they can really be actors. Beyonce shelved them bitches. Them bitches have nothing. Beyonce took everything from them and discarded them. Um, but yeah, I want to see Blue Ivy, even if it's by herself, because again, they say her siblings are like damn near handicapped. But when it comes to Blue Ivy, I want to see Blue Ivy as like this generation's Moesha. I want to see her as this generation's That's So Raven. Like, I think that would be cute for her, because that would be so good for her too. Because another thing is, I don't want Blue Ivy near the music industry, because she's gonna have to like be so sexual, like so over sexualized. They're gonna want to like put her in all this like weird shit, and she will still have to do occult shit no matter what. But I don't want to see Blue Ivy like half naked and twerking and just doing anything low vibrational. I want to see Blue Ivy like remain with some dignity. And that's why I'm like, no, she needs her own scripted show where she's the main character on, again, Disney or just something. Like, Blue Ivy needs that type of look. But do y'all like new Northwest new music? Are y'all gonna listen to it? Again, the beat was alright, but outside of the beat, again, she's a child. That's just weird. What are my thoughts on Solange? I mean, Solange is cool. Solange just, I don't really know how to describe Solange. She seems like a nice woman or a decent person, but she's just from a coven, bro. Like, I don't know how to like really, I don't know how to really perceive her. She's not somebody that I think a lot of people like, oh, we love Solange. Like, I think Solange is all right, but she's from an evil fucking family and she does evil shit. Like, again, not everyone that is into spirituality or spiritual practice is trying to do love spells and are trying to do dark magic or something. Like, some people like are again manifesting money or health and wellness and protection and beauty, and some people are like going into it with like a good heart, but Solange doesn't come off like that. And I just don't buy into the Solange program. But she's okay. I think she's talented, but I'm just like, you're just in a coven, girl. Maybe Ivy can do modeling or voiceover. Yes, I told you, Ivy should not be modeling, but she could do a voiceover, and she needs her own fucking show. But come on, I'm trying to keep it cute. Let's get on to Ariana and Cynthia Erivo. So I posted a blind item that allegedly Ariana Grande is trying to blame Cynthia Erivo for having an eating disorder. You guys, this is scripted. The movie got no nominations for the Oscars. The whole promo tour for this movie was occult as fuck, with Cynthia again playing into the stereotype of being like the aggressive mammy role, like over Ariana, and Ariana being like the dainty, soft, feminine white woman. Like that was all a cult. That was all a cult ritual. Now the movie is over and they're about to drum up this drama. It's more drama. It'll be humiliation. But I made that post to keep track that no bitch, you've been had an eating disorder, and you're not the only person from that film that had an issue with weight. The whole cast was looking real fucking dried out. So don't throw this all on Cynthia, bitch. I just foresee this being more drama down the line. Like I see Ariana and Cynthia in the Wicked cast. I just see again this blowing up later on in the year. Just let's keep an eye on it. I'm gonna end with the Oscars. Will you guys be watching the Oscars? Will you guys be watching the Super Bowl? I will not be watching the Super Bowl. Like Bad Bunny, he's gonna be in a dress. I don't even like Bad Bunny. He's ugly. Y'all be sweating him. Y'all be like, he's so fine. What are you talking about? Him and that big ass nose. He is not attractive. And he looks so damn zesty. Like y'all just be thirsty for anybody that got a half of a name. Like y'all disappoint me. No, Bad Bunny is ugly as hell, and he's too damn fruity. So no, I will not be watching his fruitcake ass. And he is a fruitcake. Now, Stefan Diggs allegedly has been throwing that ass back. Also, he can go to the damn Super Bowl and maybe win. Whatever Stefan has decided to do for fame, fortune, and a Super Bowl championship, it's not worth it. You should be able to tell that him having 4 kids at the bare minimum in 1 year was on purpose and by design. The people in the industry want you to bring back children. And Stefan is doing it, and Cardi is helping him do it. Again, I told you that Cardi is initiating him. It's not real. It's not real. So I believe that this whole Super Bowl is going to be, again, built off of disrespecting minorities. Again, Stefan, I think he's going. I definitely think he is. I think the Patriots, I think they're in the playoffs. I definitely think that they will make it to the Super Bowl. But I think, again, he's being humiliated as a reckless minority. Again, he's allegedly a fruitcake and with a kid by a fucking hood rat, and who's married in a hoe and twerks at Walmart. And I think that Bad Bunny is another fruitcake that's been compromised and is going to perform for the man in a fucking dress. So I just think that this whole show this year is again just about like showing the emasculized, just showing, again, I want to say it like this, showing them dominating and emasculating minority men and exploiting them. That's what I think. So no, I won't be watching. But another thing I wanted to say, and I feel like all this drama that we're seeing with Stefan and Cardi is just leading up to what? The Super Bowl. Like it's like creating drama. I also want to say the Oscars. Okay, are you guys watching? I will not. Thank you, Kevin. People, whatever. I will not be watching the Oscars. Are you rooting for Teyana? I'm indifferent. I don't want to say I'm rooting for her, but I don't want to say I'm not rooting for her. I want to say that if Teyana wins an Oscar, I'm not going to be mad. It is what it is. Like, because you know what? They have people who sell their soul and their whole and they leave with nothing. If Teyana is going to do the same thing and actually get something from it, fine. Because you know what? I tell you guys that in Hollywood, this is why you got to be careful, because some people do every single ritual and it goes in vain. They never pop. They never pop. They never become successful. They never become super famous. They never do. And then you have people who sell their soul and they get everything. Kanye, Drake, you know, Nicki, Beyonce, Jay-Z. Like, so I'm just others, Michael Jackson. Like, I'm just saying. So not that's why, again, some people you could sacrifice your mom, you could give your kids, and you still won't have shit because you're just not picked. And then some people, you will do it and they'll give you an Oscar and 100 million and all this stuff. And I just think with Teyana, okay, so clearly she took the oath, she got rid of Iman, she screwed the white man in the movie, the white men. She did the degrading role. If they're gonna give her the Oscar, at least it didn't all go in vain. A lot of you niggas cannot say the same. Y'all don't have anything but a busted asshole and medication. So shout out to Teyana. I don't know if she will win. I kind of don't think she will. I think Teyana might win soon. I think she will have an Oscar soon. But for this movie, I can't say I think she will. But if she does, congrats. I'm not hating on none of her success. Hey, what's up, Bruce City? With Michael B. Jordan, it's ritual, you guys. I don't think that he will win because I think they're gonna do the same thing to him that they did to Samuel L. Jackson, that they did with Will Smith, that they did with, you know, many others, even white actors like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, some actors are great actors, but they either don't have an Oscar or they had to wait a long time. You know, Tupac has like no fucking Grammys, but we still bang Tupac. Tupac has classics. Okay, I like Tupac way more than Biggie. So just want to put that out there because I'm like, that's been a conversation on the internet. Tupac versus Biggie. It's like, Tupac is a lot better, but his music is still in rotation. But no Grammys. Meanwhile, you have people like Beyonce who's got a bunch of Grammys, but in the future, her music will not be in heavy rotation. So just say that. I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Michael B. Jordan, I think Michael B. Jordan is overrated. Like, I think he's a good actor. I think his looks, I don't know why y'all are like into him. I mean, he's not a bad looking guy, but I'm looking for neither. But I just think that he's gonna have to put in his time. He's a good actor, but they don't give a fuck. You have to put in time. You have to pay your dues. You have to please the elites. You do not just get an Oscar. Teyana has played her fucking part. You gotta just do your time. With my favorite Pac album, I can't say a favorite project. I feel like I like a lot of songs by him across projects. He has this one song I really like that I had played. All Eyes on Me. That's a good song. I think Michael B might be okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's good at his job, but y'all be doing too much sometimes. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you want Teyana to win? Have you seen the movie that she's in? Did you like Sinners? Do you want Sinners to win? I'm indifferent. I don't give a fuck about Hollywood that much. I don't care who wins because it's all a cult. It's all determined by how low you are willing to go. So therefore, it's not anything to be like going crazy about. It's like, if they give you an award for lowering yourself, at least you lowered yourself for something, or at least you got what you wanted from lowering yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just that's why I want to say that. Like if you're gonna degrade yourself for money, at least get the fucking money. Don't fly out to Dubai and come back with nothing. That's how I want to put that. Overrated. Okay, I think Sinners. I feel the same way. I think see greasy hair. I think Sinners greasy hair. I think Sinners was a decent movie, but I agree with it being overrated. I think again the movie was it was a good movie. I just think people haven't seen something black and proud in so long that they just ate it up. Black, that's how it is. Like, this is how Hollywood works. They deprive black people of good content for so long that when we get something halfway decent, we like consume. Just like with Black Panther, like y'all, you know, because y'all are just like, just something. And that's why I love Tubi, because I'm not a part of that generation that has like that mindset that like what like begs for white validation or that craves white validation. I don't give a fuck. I mean, they have great movies that have never gone to the Oscars. I'm over these awards and this again external validation and like all that like insecure bullshit that people do. Like I'm over it. I want good movies about good shit. I'm tired of like everything being about race, everything being freaky, everything being LGBTQIA plus W X Y and Z. Like I'm tired. I just want a good fucking story that I just want at this point I just want normalcy. But I feel like with Sinners, black people just really fucking love that. What's a great movie that you've seen in the last few years? Ugh. Hollywood been done right. I can't think of anything right now. I think of a good movie. I mean, I go to the theaters, but TV shows have really been running things right now, at least for me. I've been watching a lot of Tubi movies. Some of them are really crazy, but some of them are pretty good. And again, I'm here to be entertained. Watching a bunch of LGBTQ shit and like just all of this social justice political shit, that's not entertaining because it's so overdone. It's so overdone. That's why we're not entertained by like coochie rap and trap and drill because it's so overdone.